This video was filmed by a parent who wanted to share her own journey of having a young child with speech, language and communication difficulties.
Hi there, I just wanted to take a few minutes to tell you all about our wonderful son Joe. So for a little bit of background, Joe was a challenging baby. He needed a lot of time and attention. He never spoke until he was 3, and then when he was 4 he was diagnosed with autism. It was around the time of Joe's diagnosis that we could see him clearly wanting to play and interact with other children. However, he would try and fail to get their attention, and that really knocked his confidence. He realised that they couldn't play the way he wanted to play, but the grown-ups could. And so for a long time, Joe really gave up on kids and just played with grown-ups. He is now 6 and he goes to the local primary school. His speech, language and communication difficulties are assessed and monitored by a speech and language therapist who we got a referral for through our health visitor. Joe goes to school, no problem. However, his ability to form relationships is obviously limited. So he spends quite a lot of time on his own, which unfortunately was something that happened to him in nursery too. So that was hard for him, and it's also quite hard for us because we weren't sure how we could help him work on his social skills. When the opportunity arose for Joe to take part in some of the fun activities put on by the speech, language and communications company, we were really excited. They couldn't have come at a better time. So we went along. Joe was shy at first. He chose to play on his own or with a member of staff. But as we continued to go, and it was the same faces coming back, roughly the same age, facing similar difficulties, he was starting to look around a bit more, and he eventually worked up the courage to try and speak to one of the other children. And that was massive in comparison to where he had been just a year before that. And I really think that's down to the environment of the sessions, the relaxed staff, and there's no pressure on him when he's there. If he wants to play one-on-one, he can, and if he wants to try and play with another child, he's got the ability to do that. And it's really made his confidence skyrocket. He still has his moments. He can throw some very impressive tantrums, but they're a lot less frequent and they're a lot easier to calm down. But the main thing is that he's willing again. He's willing to try with children. He's not only learning social skills, he's learning about making eye contact, he's learning about sharing, he's learning about taking turns, things that transfer into his home life and I can imagine his school life as well. The speech, language and communication company have not only helped Joe, but they came to us at a time when we were quite desperate. We didn't know any other families in a similar situation, and so we also felt quite lonely. We have been given lots of helpful advice. We have attended all of the workshop and events put on by the family support programme, and that in itself, being given the opportunity to meet with parents in a similar situation is like therapy. It can be quite lonely when you don't know anybody else facing a similar situation. We have had to learn a lot about autism in order to support Joe as best we can as a family. And the speech, language and communication company have really helped us with that. That's been great. So, thank you.